Welcome to Unit 2 of AP Biology. And in this unit, we're going to learn everything about the cell. So come join the lesson. If you have any questions, please comment down below. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. And come look at the community that we have on Skool.com. So just as a general overview, remember that it is called the fluid mosaic model. Fluid meaning that it can move around. These proteins can move around. They can move that way, they can move the other way. Sometimes these phospholipids would switch places with each other. This protein can float this way or it can float that way. So it has a lot of different movement. It's fluid, okay? And it's called the mosaic model because it has all these different components to the cell membrane. Now, let's look at different parts. We have cholesterol or steroid. So remember, cholesterol is a type of steroid. And we find this in animal cell membranes, and it helps with fluidity and stability. And you can go look back at Unit 1 for the functions of lipids. Now, you just need to understand here that it is a component of the fluid mosaic membrane. The next up are glycoproteins and glycolipids. So remember, glyco means sugar, with proteins, and glycolipids means sugar with lipids or carbohydrates. So some membrane proteins and lipids have carbohydrate chains attached. Okay. Now, glycoproteins is a protein carbohydrate chain. Glycolipids is a lipid and a carbohydrate chain. So this is a glycoprotein because it's a protein and it has attached a carbohydrate chain. And then over here, we have a glycolipid because it is a lipid and a carbohydrate chain. Now, these components help with cell recognition, it helps with cell communication, and also membrane identity. Now, you don't need to memorize these different structures, and we'll definitely get into these topics later on in other units. So some common misconceptions to avoid. The membrane is a solid unmoving wall. Okay, no. The membrane is a fluid, meaning it can move and it has many components that can also move within this cell membrane. Phospholipid tails face the water. No. So phospholipid tails would turn inward toward each other, and they would form this non-polar region that does not interact well with water. Okay. Another misconception is that proteins are arranged randomly. No. Proteins are arranged based on their chemical properties. So proteins would arrange themselves with the hydrophilic parts being in contact with water. And then these hydrophobic parts, okay, these hydrophobic parts would be in contact with the hydrophobic fatty acid tails. And another misconception is that you must memorize everything about cholesterol. No, you just need to understand that cholesterol is part of the membrane components in animal cells. The exit task for today. So why is the plasma membrane described as the fluid mosaic model? And the plasma membrane is called fluid because the components can move. Okay, they can move around. It's not a static it's not static structures. They can move around within the plasma membrane. And then it's called mosaic because it's made of different parts. And together, these structures help together and helps the cell because it controls exchange. Okay, it controls the exchange of materials into the cell and out of the cell. And that is all we have time for today, and I hope to see you for the next lesson. If you enjoyed that video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and can join us on the Skool.com community page where you'll find AP Bio blueprints. And if you take a look inside, you will see that Unit 1 is completely free. See you all there.